Buenas a todos, chavales, ¿qué pasa? Aquí voy 18 con un nuevo vídeo. Estamos en Dragon Age Origins, capítulo 21. Bueno, en el anterior capítulo nos conseguimos pasar el bosque de Brecilia, ¿vale? De las misiones principales, de aquí de la ruina. Nos conseguimos pasar la misión del bosque de Brecilia y conseguimos a los elfos como aliados. Lo que hice después de completar la misión fue equipar a nuestros personajes, ¿vale? A Sten le puse la espada de colmillo estelar que forjamos con el metal es extraño en el pico del soldado, en el herrero. Le puse colmillo estelar y también le equipé el conjunto completo de la armadura del coloso. Luego a Rowland compré todas las piezas del set de la armadura de sangre de dragón y se las puse, y de arma tiene el cazador de nubes o algo así se llama. A Alistar al fin le pude equipar el set completo de Kylan. Le puse la armadura completa y también le puse el escudo. A Zebran le puse parte del set de viento élfico o algo así creo que se llama. Y a Leliana le compré el set entero del mods, como sale en el vídeo de Secret Ashes. Y ahora vamos a ver qué les podemos pasar a los dalisanos. Raíces élficas, champiñones de fragmentos de metal. Mismo, se lo voy a dar todo ya que no lo gasto. Raíces mortales, champiñones de las profundidades, raíces élficas. Vale, ya no me queda nada. Me marcho.
Generous as always, Warden.
Eso es que alguno tiene la habilidad de coleccionar activa. Vale, vamos a poner alguna que otra runa.
Enchantment.
Como veis, el colmillo estelar que está equipado por Sten. Y vamos a ver qué le podemos equipar. Resistencia a los hechizos. Mierda, daño eléctrico. Tu tirador de luz. Duncan, Spare, Duncan.
If there's anything I can do for you, please tell me. I'm sure you'll be.
Resistencia a los hechizos. Daño por fuego 2. Daño por frío más 5. Me cuesta 13 monedas de oro. Es que me da tela. Valenticia. Ese cuero, cota de malla, el modo del cuero, cota de malla, capucha de aprendiz, nada. Vale. Pues una vez equipados todos y tras haber pasado por el campamento, nos vamos a hacer otra de las misiones principales. Esta vez arrestar Leliana y Win.
Yes.
Nos vamos a ir al Risco Rojo. Y por último completaremos Orzabar.
Cursed creatures. As you say. Trap. This should be easy enough.
Y ya está. Mientras unos se pegan, el otro les activa trampas. Camino de vuelta, no mapa del mundo. Trampa.
Let's get started. As you wish.
Vámonos al Risco Rojo. Ay.
Look, can we talk for a moment? I need to tell you something. I should probably have told you earlier.
Deja que la diré, eres idiota.
Well, let's see. How do I tell you this? We're almost at Redcliffe. Did I say how I know Arl Eamon exactly?
No.
No, I'm not his son. I'm a bastard. My mother was a serving girl at Redcliffe Castle, and she died when I was born. Arl Eamon took me in and raised me before I was sent to the Chantry. The reason he did that was because, well, because my father was King Marek,
Huh?
which made Kaelin my half-brother, I suppose.
¿Qué?
How? When would I say that? Oh, by the way, King Marek had sex with a servant and she produced a bastard son. That's me. I would have told you, but it never really meant anything to me. I was inconvenient, a possible threat to Kaelin's rule, and so they kept me secret. I'd never talked about it to anyone. Everyone who knew either resented me for it or they coddled me. Even Duncan kept me out of the fighting because of it. I didn't want you to know as long as possible. I'm sorry. You're right, I should have. It's brought me nothing but problems, to be honest. Arl Eamon eventually married a young woman from Orlais, despite all the problems it caused with the king so soon after the war. He loved her a great deal. Anyway, the new Arlessa resented the rumors which pegged me as the Arl's bastard. They weren't true, but of course they existed. The Arl didn't care, but she did. So off I was packed to the nearest monastery at age 10. Just as well. The Arlessa made sure the castle wasn't a home to me by that point. She despised me. She may have, but I think it's more likely that she feared the rumors might be true. I can't blame her for that. I remember I had an amulet with Andraste's holy symbol on it. The only thing I had of my mother's. I was so furious at being sent away, I tore it off and threw it at the wall, and it shattered. Stupid thing to do. The Arl came by the monastery a few times to see how I was, but I was stubborn. I hated it there and blamed him for everything. And eventually, he just stopped coming. Let's hope not. I'm the son of a commoner and a Grey Warden to boot. It was made very clear to me early on that there was no room for me raising any rebellions or such nonsense. And that's fine by me. Now, if there's an heir to be found, it's Arl Eamon himself. He's not of royal blood, but he is Kaelin's uncle, and more importantly, very popular with the people. Though, if he's really as sick as we've heard... Oh, no, I don't want to think about that. I really don't. So there you have it. Now can we move on? And I'll just pretend you still think I'm some nobody who was too lucky to die with the rest of the Grey Wardens. Oh, lovely. I'm going to regret this. Somehow I just know it.
Pues ya estamos aquí, Risco Rojo.
I thought I saw travelers coming down the road, though I scarcely believed it. Have you come to help us?
Puede ser.
The Arl? Then you don't know. Has nobody out there heard? He could be dead for all we know. Nobody's heard from the castle in days. We're under attack. Monsters come out of the castle every night and attack us until dawn. Everyone's been fighting and dying. We've no army to defend us, no Arl and no king to send us help. So many are dead, and those left are terrified they're next.
Hold on, what is this evil that's attacking you?
I don't rightly know. I'm sorry, nobody does. I should take you to Ban Tegan. He's all that's holding us together. He'll want to see you.
Ban Tegan, Arl Eamon's brother. He's here.
Yes. It's not far, if you'll come with me.
A ver, ¿qué se está liando aquí?
It's Thomas, yes? And who are these people with you? They are obviously not simple travelers.
No, my lord. They just arrived, and I thought you would want to see them.
Well done, Thomas. Greetings, friends. My name is Tegan, Ban of Rainersphere, brother to the R.
I remember you, Ban Tegan, though the last time we met, I was a lot younger and covered in mud.
Covered in mud? Alistair? It is you, isn't it? You're alive! This is wonderful news.
Still alive, yes, though I'm just as surprised about that as you are, believe me.
Indeed. Loghain would have us believe all Grey Wardens died along with my nephew, amongst other things. So, you are a Grey Warden as well? Is it possible we've met? You seem very familiar. Ah, yes, that's it, exactly. A pleasure to meet you indeed, though I wish it were under better circumstances. You're here to see my brother. Unfortunately, that might be a problem. Eamon is gravely ill. No one has heard from the castle in days. No guards patrol the walls, and no one has responded to my shouts. The attack started a few nights ago. Evil things surged from the castle. We drove them back, but many perished during the assault. Some call them the Walking Dead, decomposing corpses, returning to life with a hunger for human flesh. They hit again the next night. Each night they come, with greater numbers. With Cailan dead and Loghain starting a war over the throne, no one responds to my urgent calls for help. I have a feeling tonight's assault will be the worst yet. Alistair, I hate to ask, but I desperately need the help of you and your friends.
It isn't just up to me, though the Grey Wardens don't stand much chance against Loghain without Arl Eamon.
Thank you. Thank you. This means more to me than you can guess. Thomas, please tell Murdoch what transpired. Then return to your post.
Yes, my lord.
Now then, there is much to do before night falls. I put 2 men in charge of the defense outside. Murdoch, the village mayor, is outside the chantry. Sir Perth, one of Eamon's knights, is just up the cliff at the windmill, watching the castle. You may discuss with them the preparations for the coming battle.
Vale.
Very well. Luck be with you, my friend.
Let us pray. Blessed art thou who exists in the Maker's sight.
Returned yet?
Blessed art
They're
thou
gone.
who seeks his return. Blessed is the prophet. As you wish.
I'm scared, Mother. When are the bad men coming?
Soon, darling.
Alright.
I'm so scared. Sorry. Am I bothering you? I'll try to be more quiet. Those things dragged my mother away. I don't know what happened to her, but I hear her screaming all the time. Everywhere.
How terrible, you poor thing. I wish there was something we could do to help.
And now my brother Bevan, he ran off. I don't know where he is. I'm so scared they got him too. You will. Thank you so much. Please find him.
Silence, girl. Do you want the children to hear you?
Ay, misiones y misiones y misiones secundarias. Misiones y misiones y misiones secundarias.
You know, we don't have the men.
Still no sign of them coming back from the
No,
castle,
poner el
Murdoch.
alcalde
So you're the Grey Warden, are you? I didn't think they made women Grey Wardens.
¿Qué pasa?
Or he could walk up and say he was a Grey Warden. I wouldn't know the difference. We aren't gonna turn aside anyone who wants to help, though. Don't take me for being an ingrate or nothing.
Well, we do want to help however we can. You can trust us.
Name's Murdoch, mayor of what's left of the village, providing we aren't all killed and hauled off to the castle tonight.
Huh?
I hope you're right. I've been trying to hold us together, but it isn't easy. Anyhow, you're here, and they tell me you're in charge. We need what little armor and weapons we got repaired, and quickly, or half of us will be fighting without either. Owen's the only blacksmith who can do it, but the stubborn fool refuses to even talk. If we're to be ready for tonight, we'll need that crotchety bastard's help. His daughter, Valena, is one of the Alessa's maids, so he hasn't heard from her since this whole business started. He demanded we attack the castle, break down the gate, and force our way in. I said it was impossible, but he wouldn't listen. He's locked himself in the smithy now. I can't force him to do repairs. He said he'd rather die first. I'd appreciate it. If he doesn't help, he'll die like the rest of us. What good will that do anyone then? Tell them to maintain watch. I don't want a surprise attack before the sun goes down.
Yes, sir.
Vale.
What should we do until then?
Pray, and hope for a miracle.
Vamos a buscar al herrero ese. Ah, bueno.
On it.
Go away. Curse you. Leave me in peace. You've already taken everything out of my stores. There's nothing left. Huh? Who is that? What do you want? I've been through enough. All right, all right. Let me undo the locks. All I ask is that you don't make any trouble.
Ay.
Maker's breath. What is that smell? It's like someone set a brewery on fire.
Somebody's been drinking.
So I let you in. You wanted to talk. Now we're talking. Mind telling me who you are? A Grey Warden, is it? It takes all kinds. Anyhow, my name's Owen, though you might already know that. Care to join me as I get besotted? Or is there something in particular you wanted? Why should I help Murdoch when he won't help me? My girl, Velena, is one of the Alessa's maids and she's trapped up there in the castle, but the mayor won't send anyone for her. She's been my life since my wife passed on 2 years ago. Now she's dead, or soon to be. I don't care what happens to me or the village, or anyone!
Estás todo rayado.
Why not? It's not like we're going to live past the night anyhow. Or are you going to save us?
Estúpido borracho.
Is that so? Maybe it's the drink talking, but you almost sound like you believe that. Tell you what. If you want me to do repairs for Murdoch and his men, promise me you'll go into the castle and find my daughter. Not good enough. Murdoch said the same damn thing, and I didn't believe him either. I want a promise. Promise me that you'll look for her. That you'll bring her back to me if you can.
We will do our best. Please believe us, friend.
I'll accept that. It's something to hope for, at least. Right then. It seems I have some work to do relighting the forge, and I suppose I'll have to find some iron. Maybe at the mill. Oh, Murdoch just better send his men here as soon as possible if I'm gonna get to all these repairs and get them done by nightfall. If you need anything done, well, just let me know. I've got a lot to do now, so you'll have to excuse me. Hey, I see you found my hiding place. I stuck some old equipment in there before Murdoch could get his hands on it. I don't think there's anything you'll need in there, but it's hard to say. I was in a bit of a rush when I filled it up. Not if I'm going to repair the equipment they have. That stuff is old, anyhow. Yeah, let me open it for you. I have the key.
De gratis. Mierda, 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 mierda y mierda. A vender. Vale. No, a decírselo al alcalde. Que ya tenemos al herrero.
Well, it looks like Owen's finally doing the repairs we need. The damn fool is falling over drunk and still manages to make smithying look easy. Good enough, I say. I'll inform Bantegan the militia is ready to fight. We'll give those bastards a welcome they won't soon forget. I hope you're right. We may just be village folk, but we're going to fight like there's no tomorrow. We could use some extra bodies. Having a veteran like Dwin in the militia would help a lot, but he flat out refuses. He's a trader, a dwarf, lives near the lake. Locked himself up in his home with some of his workers, he has. Says he doesn't need any of us. We could use somebody with his fighting experience, but he won't come out. I have a good feeling about tonight.
Vale, vamos a buscar al miliciano. ¿Dónde estará? ¿Esta casa? ¿Casa de Caitlin? No. Supongo que será esta. Comercio, no. Casa de Dwin, aquí. Oh, para adentro. A ver.
Wonderful. Intruders. I hope you have a good reason for breaking and entering into my home. Apology accepted. The name's Dwin. Pleased to meet you. Now get out. So what? You recruiting for him? I'll tell you what I told Murdoch. I'm not risking my neck for this town. Maybe. Let's hear what you've got.
A ver.
You might just be able to pull that off. Fine. I'll throw in with the militia. For now. You better be out there too when the sun goes down. I'm not fighting for a lost cause, you hear me?
Uli. Es así. Y a robarle. A ver si tiene algo. No tiene nada. Maldito nada. Voy a investigar el comercio ese, a ver qué hay. Aceite para lámparas. Misión actualizada. Risco Rojo para el ataque. El Bantegan te ha pedido que hables con Serpez, con el caballero de Risco Rojo y con el alcalde Murdo que dirige la milicia. Pez y Murdo saben lo que hay que hacer antes de que el ataque de esta noche. Encontraron un solo barril de aceite. Vale. Vamos a hablar con Serpez.
Stop fidgeting.
I don't like being out here, Dwin. Means giving me the
Vamos a coger eso.
So, what do you think will happen to all those people we left behind in Lothering?
Some of them will find their way to Denerim. Many will die, as the Maker wills.
Don't you wish you could have stayed there? To help more people, I mean.
If the blight isn't stopped, every...
No word from the castle?
No, all is still, as it has been for days. And it is an unnatural stillness.
Greetings, Grey Warden. I am as relieved as Bantegan is to see you here. I must admit I do not know quite how to address you. Is my lady sufficient? Grey Warden it is then, and thank you kindly. I am Sir Perth, until recently in direct service of Arl Eamon of Redcliffe. For now my charge is defending the village from these evil assaults. Would that I had chosen not to seek out the urn of sacred ashes. Perhaps I would have fended off whatever evil befell the castle, or perhaps I would be dead. Ah well, with the Grey Warden aiding our defense, perhaps all is not lost. We have sufficient armor and weapons, but my knights are too few to stand against the monsters without assistance. Perhaps you could approach Mother Hannah in the Chantry for some holy protection against these evil creatures. Otherwise, I do not know what else you could provide beyond your own talents. We're as prepared for the onslaught as we could possibly be, all things considered. No one told me of this. Oil, you say? How much exactly? Assuming that would hurt them. Yes, I see what you have in mind. That might be effective, if used carefully. Yes, excellent idea. I'll send some men to collect the oil. We'll use it to slow these creatures down. Have you anything else to ask me in the meantime?
No.
As you wish, Grey Warden. Make a watch over you.
Vale, pues ya le hemos dado un uso al aceite. Vamos a hablar con la madre Hannah para que le dé algo a los soldados de Serpez.
You are a stranger amongst us, yet you still agree to defend our village in its darkest hour. We are most grateful to you. Not many in these modern days would honestly say the same. You are a woman of worth, and the Maker will smile upon you. Allow me to introduce myself. I am revered Mother Hannah, head of this chantry, which for the moment is a place of refuge for these poor villagers.
Surely this cannot be the entire village. These few are all who are left?
All those who cannot defend themselves, yes. They are terrified of tonight's attack, and I fear these walls will not keep them safe. What can I do to help with your task? I have done all I can for them. I pray for them each night and seek the Maker's forgiveness for their sins before they face their deaths. What Sir Perth seeks is something that is not in my power to give. Sir Perth believes that I can protect them against these creatures, a shield only the Maker can provide, and that I withhold this power.
Well, can't you just tell him the Maker will watch over him? Morale is a powerful thing, you know.
You mean you want me to let them think the Maker protects them in a real sense? I will not lie to them like that. I suppose if they believed in the Maker's power, that belief would inspire them somewhat. It just seems like trickery. Very well. If it keeps them alive, I will do what I must. I have a number of silver-cast holy symbols. Tell Sir Perth that he can have them, and that wearing them will confer the Maker's protection. Now please, let me tend to these poor folk. I must do what I can, and I suggest you do the same.
Vamos a hacerle la 13 a los caballeros.
The Knights of Redcliffe are ready to fight at your disposal. Have you spoken to the revered mother? Has she offered anything?
Must we do this? The faith that will protect these men must come from their heart, surely.
If they are the same as the symbols worn by their priests, well, that would more than suffice. I will send some men to collect the amulets. Please give my regards to Mother Hannah for seeing some sense at last. No, nothing comes to mind. If you have not spoken to the Mayor, Murdoch, you should. His militia is far more in need of aid than we are. As you wish, Grey Warden. Make a watch over you.
No estás de acuerdo, pero me da igual. Vale, pues hemos completado ya todos los objetivos antes de la guerra. Vamos a llegar abajo y creo que lo vamos a dejar ahí antes de que empiece la batalla. No, guerra no, batalla. Supongo que será hablar con el alcalde y decirle que están todos los preparativos listos. Y ya podemos esperar hasta la noche. Bueno, nada, lo vamos a dejar por aquí. Espero que os haya gustado, que lo votéis me gusta, favoritos, suscribíos al canal si no lo estáis. Nos vemos en el siguiente vídeo. Hasta luego.